today. It's pretty late. I'm gonna show you my baby bump. But tomorrow morning I have an appointment. We're doing a hospital tour, and my eyebrows have just been looking so bad. Can you see this growth here? Well, I have a little makeup on, so I'm going to just use some regular alcohol and a Q-tip to get that makeup off. You can actually buy some things to clean the area before you wax your own eyebrows. See, look at that. But regular alcohol works just as good. So I don't know if you can see better the growth that's in here. There's some up here as well as in the middle. I've been doing some maintenance in between the last time that I waxed my eyebrows, excuse me. So, you know, that's like plucking the big icky hairs that pop up in between your sessions. But I'm basically going to show you how you can wax your own eyebrows at home. You can save a lot of money, and you know, you don't have to make an appointment. It's just so much more convenient. I was 12 years old the first time I got my eyebrows waxed. It may sound young, but you know, I have really hairy eyebrows, and I just had them shaped slightly, so it was no big deal. But it was an esthetician friend who did the waxing for me, and it was me and a girlfriend, and then from there on we actually started waxing our own. When we started off, we used a microwavable wax, and that worked for a long time. And then as I got older, I actually invested in a wax warmer, which, okay, don't judge me, this has been like really used, so I'm going to show it to you, and it looks kind of nasty, but because it has some wax drips here, sometimes I get a little careless. And this is actually pretty empty. I'm using it down to the last of it. But I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. It's not going to take any time at all to heat up because there's so little in there. So I'm just going to put it at a medium heat. And this particular wax warmer has a low, a medium, and a high. I'm just going to put it at a medium because it's not going to take long at all. You can see the red button is lit up now, and the green button will light up as soon as it gets warm enough for me to use. Now if this were full, I would put it on high, and then I would put it down to medium before I was getting ready to actually use it. I do have a replacement, and this is you know, a full pot of wax. I use the all-purpose hard wax. There's different kinds you can use. This is a GG product. You can get it at probably any beauty supply store. I get it at Sally's, that's what we have here. And I'm going to use a petite applicator. It's basically like a mini popsicle stick. And you can buy these in bulk. I only use this wax for myself. If I were using it for other people, I would use one stick per dip, maybe dip one end and then the other, and then use another stick. So they kind of give you so many. But since I'm using this pot of wax just for myself, I don't have to worry about getting any contamination or things like that from other people or giving anything. Well, you know, I can just use one stick. But What I also use are the cloth epilating strips. I think I said that right. These are also by Gigi. I've used different kind. They have like a muslin type as well, but these are just like the regular cloth. And what I do is I cut them into little strips that I keep in a plastic baggie. That way, when I go to do my eyebrows, I just have a bunch of thin little strips that I can use. If I were going to be waxing a larger part of my body, like my arms or legs or something like that, then I would keep it in its regular strip form. And I would just use a bigger applicator that, I don't know what brand these are. I think they're just generic, but you can just use that. So first, what I always do is, what I already did was cleansed the area as far as like getting any oils or any makeup, and then I just kind of brush my eyebrows up and back so I can really see the areas that I'm gonna wax. I apply the wax in all of this area, and then you know, I try not to get too close because I don't want to have any oopsies. You know, you're putting on the wax and then oops, like half your eyebrow is gone. Yes, so like I said, the first time I ever waxed my own eyebrows, I was 12 years old. I'm almost 35, so that's 23 years. Would you say I'm a pro right now? I might be a pro by now. I don't know. Maybe I'm not a pro, but I have had some oopsies in my lifetime. And oopsies are no fun. I try to get, you know, symmetry. I was watching a YouTube video, I think it was yesterday. This really cute girl. The Real Allegra. Cute little thing. Oh my god, she's so cute. I subscribed to her channel. You can check her out. Maybe I'll tag her, maybe she'll shout me out too. Hey, you never know. But she was filling in her eyebrows, doing her eyebrow routine, and she was like, you know, the eyebrows are sisters. They're not twins. They're sisters, so they don't have to be exact. And you know what? That really stuck with me. I like that concept because if I do make a little oopsie poopsie, as long as they look related, maybe they don't have to be exactly the same. But anyways, so when you're waxing your eyebrows, you want to make sure that you line up your eyebrows with the outer corner or the inner corner of your eye and the outer corner at an angle. I have a natural arch, and sometimes I make this up here a little more rounded. Right now you can see it's a little more geometrical. So it just depends on my mood. Sometimes I let them grow out and just kind of let them get thicker. Sometimes I go a little thinner. It all just depends on, like I said, how I'm feeling. And so when I apply the wax, I basically just follow what is already there. So here's the biggest thing. If you want to be able to wax your own eyebrows, but you're scared, let's say you're starting from scratch, you don't have a shape already, go get them done by a professional and then just do the maintenance, you know? Just follow up with yourself, and you don't have to get too close, because what you can then do is just pluck the little hairs that are real close. That way you won't wax out your full eyebrow and then end up looking like okay, now I'm gonna take you eyebrow enthusiasts way back. Some of you may be too young to remember this, And yeah, I already shared my age, so yeah. Well, you know, when Anastasia, Beverly Hills first came out, I think when she first got popular, she was like on Oprah, like one of Oprah's favorite things. She had this little kit. I don't even know if they sell these anymore, but I still have mine. It comes with a few different things. Like, this is taken out way back, people. And this is, you know, some of it is like still really useful. These tweezers are still some of my favorite tweezers to get like really in there. For like anything that's, you know, down here or in the middle or something, I could just use regular tweezers, but these puppies are great for getting the really fine line in to make sure you have a perfect, you know. But this also came with eyebrow gel. I haven't opened this in I don't know how many years. I'm not gonna attempt it today, people, because who knows if it will even open. But you know, just keep it for nostalgic sake. And this little tool is cool as well. It has, you know, your little wand on one end and your flat angled brush on the other. And it comes with a little pouch to hold your brow powder. I know we're gonna get to the waxing, I promise. But so these are like the 2 shades, and you know, you can use this to like fill in the light spots or whatever. You guys know how to do eyebrows. I'm just showing you the old kit, but this is the best thing about the old kit, and I bet none of you people, if you're young, even use these, or but they're stencils. So if you want to have a high arch, or if you want to have a petite arch, I dropped one, or a slim high arch, you get the idea. But basically this was meant so that you could place the stencil and dip your powder and stencil your brows in, and they would be perfect twins. You can do this, do the other side like that. But anyways, I just thought I would take you guys back, way back. So I've passed enough time. My wax is at a good consistency. If you have something that is a brand new pot, you don't have to wait for the whole pot to get soft or warm before you start. You can actually, it will start to melt around the edges, and you can utilize that if you're just waxing your eyebrows and you only need a little bit of wax. You don't have to wait for the whole thing to get to the consistency that you need. You want to make sure it's not too hot. You don't want it to be dripping off your stick. If you do a test, you don't want it to be dripping off your stick fast. You want it to be kind of tacky and kind of warm, and not too hot, because you can burn yourself, and that just is no fun at all. So even after you dip, you can, you know, just get some wax more on one side than the other, and you can just kind of wave it in the air just to kind of give it a little more tackiness. And then you would just apply. I didn't really get very much on my stick, but just apply. You don't want it to be too thick. And as you're pulling it away, you can just kind of twist a little bit. If there's a little strings that try to come that way, the strings don't come all the way across. Anyways, you want to place your strip over, And you want to rub in the direction of your hair. And then you can hold your skin in place and rip apart. And now you couldn't see all that in the camera very well, but you see it now. You see what I was talking about? You see why I needed to do this? So yeah. And then you can basically just kind of use this again to make sure that you get all your hair up and out of the way. Ooh, looking at a mirror here. So I'm just looking at my progress there. But so you basically kind of do that for all the way across. You don't want to get too close, not too close. You want to do that all the way across. Make sure that your strip is nice and attached to all the wax there. That way when you rip, it takes off all your hairs. And there was less on this one, but you can see a few. And I'm just going to fold this over and just do the inner right here. And again, going in the direction of the hair and rip down. And you can see all that I got. To continue and actually do the top. So this time I'm going to brush down. I don't always do the top, maybe like every other time, because the top doesn't seem to grow as fast. But I'm going to go ahead and do the top and the side here. And then what I'll also be doing is trimming. Once I'm done with the waxing, I'll be trimming. And trimming is something that I also do in between waxing. So right now they're kind of pretty trimmed, but I still might have some little scragglies. So I'll go ahead and get those with the tweezers. There, and I'm going to do over here. And a little bit here, they're trying to get in the way. The areas that I've waxed have kind of gotten a little more red, and it calms down in about 10-15 minutes. You can also buy some other products to help calm those areas, but I really don't find them necessary. I don't find them to really work with my skin as far as making it not as red in any faster period of time. But you know, Gigi sells a bunch of products. There's a lot of other brands that you can invest in and try. It's all trial and error, and you can see if those end up working for you. And you don't need to do any real trimming today since I recently trimmed, but it looks like I do have a little bit of excess underneath here. I'll go ahead and get off. Just make sure I get really clean. And then move to the other side. So now that you get the basic idea, I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and I'll just speed it up for you. So now it's time for the cleanup. I'm going to be looking in this mirror and using my little Anastasia tweezers. And I'm just going to go in and get these little, see? Ooh, there's a hair there. Can you see it? These little hairs that are right in between, or not in between, but just right up close to the lash, just to get some nice straight lines, because I don't want to wax too much. I don't want to have an oops. And for all of you guys who are scared, like I said, go to a professional first, and then you know, after you get some good regrowth, you can go in and just wax what's kind of growing back, and then tweeze really close, so you don't have to worry about getting you know, a big chunk missing from your eyebrows. And then you ladies know how to, you know, fill in and use the concealer to get that nice fresh line afterwards, just in case it's not exactly perfect the way that you envision they will be. But you know, you can tweeze as much up in here that you want to kind of get the arches similar. So far I'm thinking it's looking pretty good. What do you think? Do you have any questions or comments? Definitely let me know down below. I talked about tweezing, or not tweezing, but trimming. And this is what I use to trim. Little fingernail clippers. But basically, you know, you would just make sure everything is lined up. And then you would just go in and trim anything that's sticking out, just so you get, you know, a nice line, and just try to make sure that they're about the same height and all that jazz. But again, if there's anything on top that you need to tweeze off, you can also just do that, because sometimes you can't really see, but there's hair there. Sometimes it happens, you know. Anyways, let me back up. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. Like the video if you think it was helpful. Subscribe to my channel for more fun little tidbits and stuff like that. Although, yes, it's mostly gonna be baby stuff. How can you deny me? But I do like to do these little beauty tips every now and again. So subscribe and we will be in like Lynne. I'm gonna have curly hair tomorrow. Yippee! And now I can go to bed and wake up with beautiful eyebrows. I won't have to worry about. Good night, lovelies. Have a great day, evening, whatever time it is, I don't know.